You still awake? If you can answer that question, then I guess you are. Unless you're a sleep talker. Do you talk in your sleep? I don't know. Because I've always been asleep. When you're asleep, so I don't know. But I can't sleep either, so. Here. Cuddling next to me, okay? Be my spoon. Be my big spoon. I could be your big spoon. I could, but we're in the wrong position for that. So if you want to turn over on your other side, I can be your big spoon. But just right, okay. I'm glad we settled the spoon issue. Here, put your knees in there, okay? Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah, squish yourself against me, that's good. So why can't you sleep? No, sometimes I don't know either. Sometimes you just lie there, look at the ceiling, and you just go, I'm not sleepy. I should be sleepy, but I'm not sleepy. I know, it's a bitch, isn't it? Because you think, I've got to be up in, 3 hours, and I am wide awake. It's just nuts. So you said to me that the last time you had trouble sleeping, you said that you just wanted me to just talk, and that would help you go to sleep. And I really think it's a testament to my character that I didn't take that the wrong way. Yeah, just saying. So do you want me to just talk and you can go to sleep? Okay. Well, this might actually be good because I have some auditions to do for some audiobooks, and I want to do a good job because I want to get the work, and these require quite a few characters and voices and accents and things, so maybe I should just try to run through them a little bit. I don't know how I do accents. I don't know how anybody does an accent. It's kind of like you just plug something into your brain. It says, okay, we're going to speak like this now. And you just do. You just sound different. I actually heard from someone wrote to me the other day on my site and said, oh, you're not British. They were so surprised because they'd heard one of my British ones, and they'd come to my site thinking that I was British, and when they heard that I wasn't, they were very disappointed. So I suppose it's a compliment. I do suppose it's very nice that they thought that I was British, but the thing is, for things like audiobooks and acting, you don't actually have to be convincing enough to fool a native. That's the thing, you don't have to fool natives, because that's very hard. Most native speakers with that accent will hear something in the way you talk that's not quite right. Little words will be off a little bit, just a touch here and there will be not right, and they'll say, oh, that person's not really from wherever. The only person I ever heard who did, and this was the reverse actually, who did it perfectly, absolutely perfectly, was Hugh Laurie as Dr. House. He was flawless, absolutely flawless. You would never know he wasn't American. But everyone else tends to slip a little. So, but luckily you don't have to worry about that when you're just performing. So, yeah, so that's that one. I should give these all names. I should call that one Prince Charles or something. Well, no, actually, that one would be more horsey. Prince Charles would be more sort of, I say, yeah, very. I can't even do it now. Maybe I'll call this one my BBC accent. How about that? Like I was a reporter, Christiane Amanpour or something. Let's see. The characters require voices and stuff too, like different vocalizations. You know, you sound like that. So it's not just about the kind of accent you do; it's how you sound doing it. Like you got to get into character, don't you? You got to be careful because you can slip, and you can end up sounding like Jason Statham. Should I do an audio like this? Would that be sexy? Would it? Would you like that? I don't think you would. Next time somebody says they want to hear an accent in my audios, I'm going to give them one of these. Oh man, nice lady. And then there's the Scottish ones. I find them a little bit harder to do, but once you get the vowels down, it's not that hard. And if you don't think about it too much, you just do it. Sort of comes out all right. I don't know the difference between like Edinburgh and Glasgow, but it doesn't matter again. It just, if you have to sound close enough to fool someone who isn't a native, that's all that really matters. Just get close enough, really. That's what I find. What's difficult is when I'm doing a scene with two people have to act off myself, and one's like got the BBC and one's got the Scottish. It's hard because you got to go back and forth and not forget and not slip and not become Jason Statham. It's really difficult. Yeah, so that's why I like to practice, so I can get used to it, so I don't think about it and just do it. Sort of, you know. And of course, living here in Dublin, I mean, it's, God, you know, I find myself on the bus talking like this to people all the time, and I don't even hear myself doing it until afterwards. Or I'll get a recording of myself and I'll hear myself back, and I can't believe I sound so much like I live in Dublin. I don't mean to do it, but you can't help it. You hear people everywhere around you sounding like this. You're going to sound like that, aren't you? You know, that sort of way. I go on. I know people have said they want to hear an Irish accent in my audios, but I don't know. I don't think I could do that. It would just sound a little mental, don't you think? Feck it. Anyway. Oh yeah, the Irish are great for their expressions, like feck instead of fuck, and shite instead of shit. Yeah, anyway. So, let's see, what else do I have to do? Well, as I think I told you, I grew up in Canada, and there's really not that many accents in Canada, but we listen to a lot of the US people on the TV and stuff, so we pick up a lot of the way they sound. So this would be just my, I mean, what the hell should I call this? I don't know, my Randy Travis, I have no idea. This is one of my sort of generic kind of southern accents. It's not really any one specific place, and I'm sure that anybody that's from the South would know, hey, she ain't from around here, you know. But it's just general enough, you know. You could sound like you're from the southern states if you have to. And you know, a lot of my audiobook jobs, I have had to sound like I'm from the southern states, so that comes in a lot handy. So should I call this one the Randy Travis? Should I? Do you even know who he is? I don't think you do. Oh, and I love New York. Oh God, I love New York accents. God, I feel like I got balls when I talk like this. Oh, I feel like it's just terrific. I feel like I'm unstoppable. You know, I feel like there ain't nothing I can't do, and just step off, okay? Just step off. It's fantastic. It's terrific. I feel fantastic when I talk like this. I met a girl once from New York, and she said to me, "You talk funny." She said, "I talk funny." What's the matter with you? Bada bing, bada boom. So are you asleep yet? I know I'm keeping you awake, aren't I? Okay. you you told me you wanted me to talk, so I'm just gonna pretend you're not here and keep going on my little around the world trip of accents. Australian is really, really hard for people who aren't from Australia. The vowels and all that. It's a bit broader than Kiwi. Kiwi's even harder because it's a little sharper, but Australian tends to be very broad. And the only thing I really know is that they do this kind of O sound, so they sound like, "No, Joe, don't go." "No, Joe, don't go." And again, you're never gonna fool anyone from Australia, and they'll even say, "Ah, your accent sucks, it's terrible," and I'm sure it is, but it's good enough if I'm in an audiobook, and as long as I don't start slipping, because you see how easy it is. You just slip into something else, and before you know it, you sound like Jason Statham. Oh God, I definitely feel like I have multiple personalities sometimes when I'm working on a book. I can't remember who I am or what I'm supposed to sound like. It's terrible. Oh yes, and then there's the sort of quote unquote foreign accents, the ones that are not English speaking as a native language, because those are all just native English. I don't know if you've ever thought about that distinction, but even though they all sound really different, they're all native English. So it changes a little when you think about pretending to be someone who isn't a native English speaker and how they would do things differently. And it's funny, I don't know if you ever see those old like Wonder Woman shows, or those shows from the 70s where they've got some evil German scientist or something who's pretending to be like an American until the climax of the show, and then she just kind of, whips off her coat, and she's got a secret Nazi uniform or something, and she's, "So this is what I'm talking about," she suddenly says, right? She suddenly changes into this uber German accent. And it's like, I don't think people really got the whole concept that non-native speakers speak with that accent because they can't not speak that way. They can't help it. If they could speak English with, a more neutral accent, they would. They're not just hiding it. It's like, this is the way they talk. This is the way they've learned how to talk. They can't just suddenly switch over and sound like an American, and then when the jig is up, they're now gonna go back to using their German accent. Like, this is really silly. You would just talk like that all the time. If you could sound like a native speaker, you would just do that all the time. You wouldn't go back to being whatever you your French or your German or whatever, you know. I know, this is riveting stuff, isn't it? I can see your eyes getting heavier already. You're getting very sleepy. It's part of my master plan. Okay, so French, yes, I have done a couple of audio in French, and some as a very shy French girlfriend. Yes, oui. And what I like to do is I like to put in hesitation, little hesitation, and a little fault, sometimes little mistake here and there, because it sounds more real, I think, you know. It is the way a person would talk if they were not a native speaker. So, again, I do this for books, it sounds more authentique. De temps en temps, je parle français dans mes audios. Ah oui, j'aime ça, j'aime la langue française. Je voudrais améliorer ma connaissance de la langue, mais je ne connais personne qui parle français. Je suis anglo-canadienne. Oh. Et comme tous les élèves canadiens, j'ai appris le français à l'école. Mais il y a beaucoup de See, I've lost it already. I can't. Je dois penser en français. No, I wish I could. Je dois penser en anglais et puis traduire. It's not good. Anyway, so that's how you pretend to be a little French actrice. Oui, n'est-ce pas? Ouh là là. And sometimes I have done Russian accent. It's hard to do. Again, listen to me. I sound ridiculous. It slips and I have to get into it because it's not normal for me. I would say this is more my Eastern Bloc accent. It's not quite Russian. It's kind of everywhere from the Iron Curtain. Kind of, you can pass as anything like Czech or Polish or Russian or Ukrainian or any of those things. To most native English speakers, they won't know the difference, so you can pretend. And you just hope to God you don't really insult anybody. That sounds like... Вы понимаете по-русски? Я немного понимаю по-русски. And my friend is teaching me Swedish, so I know how to say jag pratar lite svenska. And not much else. So, and then, like I said, it's the voices, it's the characterizations, it's the old grovelly voices like this, or it's the very epic Shakespearean, breathy windbag sort of ones, you know, blowing, puffing and huffing, and character, just oozing character. So, yeah, that's me. That's my job. That's pretty cool, huh? And then, of course, I'm just me. Most of the time. Just sexy me. Except when I'm laughing at myself. So which one do you want me to continue in? Who do you want me to be, darling? Do you want me to be like the BBC? Or a Bond girl or someone? I don't know. I don't know who this sounds like. Elizabeth Hurley? I don't know. I don't think this is... She's got quite a posh accent. I think she's probably a public school girl. I don't know. But... you know, you want me to be like Southern Vixen? So what you want? Get your hands off me. I mean it. Or I'll take your balls and I'll twist them around. No, I won't. I see. I told you. I feel very edgy when I'm in my New York mode. So I feel soft when I'm my French girl. I feel very soft and feminine. I feel very shy and very timide. Oui, c'est ça. Je t'adore, mon chou. Baise-moi, baby. No, don't. No. It's not that kind of audio. Don't baise me. No. I think I've probably succeeded in just keeping you awake at this point. I apologize. I'm real sorry. I really am. I hope you can forgive me. That's better. That's right. Now just put your lips against my ear and give me a little wee kiss. That's right. To let me know that you forgive me for being such a fool. Cool, blimey. Okay. Well, the good news is now I've worn myself out from my little trip around the world, so I know that has a different meaning in different contexts, but it's not that kind of audio, remember? So I'm just cuddling with me here. Just... That's better. I do like the way you feel. You feel so good. You're always so warm. And oh, you wore your slippers to bed. Aren't you a scallywag? And they're nice and cuddly. Might have to take them off you, just so you know. Yes, I might have to abscond with your slippers. But for now, I'll just rub my feet on them, keep myself nice and warm. At least this bed is cosy. You can say that for it, can't you? Yeah, it's very cosy. I think we could fall asleep, don't you? How about we sing? You want to sing? I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills. Did I tell you I can do a Julie Andrews impression? When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Do a dear, a fear. Okay, I'll shut up. Okay, I'm fully awake now. This is crazy. Well, you know what they say when you have insomnia, whatever the hell that is. When you have insomnia, you shouldn't think about it, and you shouldn't just lie there and stare at the ceiling. So why don't we get up and go down and do something? Just like watch TV or play a game or something until we get sleepy enough to come back up. What do you think? Well, I know I'm not going anywhere with your arm wrapped around me like this. I know that for sure, because you're just too cozy. But yeah, I'm just afraid I'm just going to keep talking. That's what I'm afraid of, and you're not going to get any sleep. That's what I'm afraid of, because I'm just too silly tonight. I guess I'm just not sleepy. Okay, well, let's give it one more try. Alright. I'm down. You convinced me. Shut up. Go to sleep. And yes, I'll just be me for the rest of the night. I'm off the clock now. No more voices. No more. Just me. Just me. Just having fun with you. Glad to be here. Glad to have such a good bed buddy. You feel good. You're a good audience, too. The slippers are a great touch. I really like those slippers. Deep breath in. Let it all out. Let your mind wander. Let those random thoughts just float through your mind. I can feel you breathing against my back. You feel your arm moving up and down when I breathe. This is nice. I think I can go to sleep now. I hope you can too.